In 1931, the Royal Netherlands Navy adopted a new naval expansion program. One of the priority areas of development was a project for a 2,500-ton destroyer leader that could stand up to the most modern Japanese destroyers in the event of an attack on the Dutch East Indies. 7 years later, the lead ship of this new class, named after famous Dutch Admiral Maarten Tromp and his son Cornelis, was commissioned as a light cruiser. British designs were used as the basis of the project, but the Dutch shipbuilders immediately decided to protect their leader with an even layer of thin but expansive armor, as well as mount 150mm guns, enhance the AA defenses, and add a seaplane to the ship's armament options. The start of World War II found Tromp as a recent arrival in the East Indies, where she was mainly put to work escorting merchant convoys, though she also participated in several operations together with the British and American fleets. 10 years after the end of the war, the ship was withdrawn from service, and in 1968 she was struck from the Navy list. But now, Tromp is making a comeback in World of Warships as a Dutch Tier 10 destroyer. Tromp's firepower comes from her 6 150mm guns housed in 3 twin turrets. An impressive firing range for a destroyer, and the ability to inflict solid damage on other destroyers or even larger enemy ships, allow Tromp to be very flexible when choosing battle tactics. It should be remembered, however, that her main battery turrets have a slow traverse speed, and unlike most destroyers, she doesn't have a smoke generator. Bearing this in mind, captains at her helm would do well to carefully assess the situation before heading into a key area with guns blazing. She does have fairly good concealment though, so it's a perfectly viable option to quietly approach your lone enemy, then when you're just at the right distance, launch torpedoes and call in an airstrike. Tromp is equipped with 2 triple-tube torpedo launchers, one on each side. The number of torpedoes in the spread is lower than that of her classmates, but they are quick to reload. Her ability to reload quickly also applies to the ship's airstrike armament, a weapon that was previously only available to Dutch cruisers. But if you're going to get close enough to the enemy to use it, you should try to accurately predict their movement and plot out an escape route you can use before coming under fire. The destroyer is rather slow, and it will be hard to make a safe escape if you get spotted and the shells start flying. You should also take into account the destroyer's loadout of the damage control party, emergency engine power, and defensive AA fire consumables. And now, a few words about upgrades. Main Armaments Modification 1 for the first slot, Engine Room Protection for the second slot, and Aiming Systems Modification 1 or Main Battery Modification 2 for the third slot. In the fourth slot, you can choose Airstrike Modification 1 if you want to enhance your airstrike damage, or if you want to improve your ship's handling, go for Steering Gears Modification 1 or Propulsion Modification 1. We recommend installing Concealment System Modification 1 in the fifth slot, and Main Battery Modification 3 in the last slot. It's time for the Armada giveaway. A bundle with Destroyer Tromp, a port slot, and a commander with 12 skill points will go to a subscriber who likes this video and remembers who today's ship, Destroyer Tromp, was named after. Leave the correct answer in a comment along with your nickname and the game server you play on, and you may be the lucky winner when we announce the result of the draw in the next episode of Armada. Fair winds, and good luck to you, captains.